sounds sick. Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Dave Edwards. I build amplifiers and also do custom guitar pickups as a hobby.
We've never met before, but we've been talking back and forth for a few years. Mm-hmm. I first heard one of your amps from these guys. That's perfect. You built them something a few years ago, right?
Yes, that was the Trainwreck Express clone that I did. When they were coming up to give you your Titlecaster in Nashville, they stopped by because it was on the way, and I gave them that amplifier, and you had the honor of playing through that as well.
Yeah, that thing rips. You still have it here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to hear that.
There's like it violates ordinances. It's so loud. Like, yeah. We can't sell it because you need a permit.
So we were talking, and you said you wanted to build me something.
Yes.
And that's this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's here and it's an amp, evidently.
So this amplifier is based off of the topology of a Trainwreck songwriter.
Okay.
Ken Fisher built one for his 60th birthday, and he built the second one using modern components, and that's what Comet currently sells as a Songwriter 30.
Okay.
So it's the same topology, but I don't know the values that are in that amplifier. So I use that topology and tune the values to something that should suit your playing.
Okay.
It's very simple in its topology. It has a single 12AX7 in it. The power tubes in this are the Russian equivalent EL84s that Dr. Z loves. And it's got a 5Y3 rectifier tube in it. One of the cool things with this is that it has a switch on the back to go between solid state and tube rectification.
Oh.
But normally when you do that, you're hearing a lot more of the voltage difference. The controls in this amplifier, all you have is a bass control, a volume control, and a treble control. Volume pot on this is also a push-push pot to where you go half power on it.
Oh, that's not push-pull, that's... Oh my god.
Push-push.
It's the most satisfying part of that amp. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
But it's got a switch on there that's labeled mod and OG. So the OG is kind of your more Vox values, and the OG is more of your Brian May with a treble booster kind of values. So it's very similar to, I believe your AC30 is a treble model.
Yeah.
So it's kind of has that DNA in it. So it's like if you internally jumpered the normal and the brilliant channel.
Okay. So far, my favorite feature is you have on and not on. That thing sounds... So we got bass,
volume, treble.
Okay. And it's like a cut.
It's a cut backwards.
So that's less.
Yes.
So it makes sense. That's how Vox should have done it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Not like more up is less, down is more. You actually have it the right way around.
Yes.
Okay. this switch.
That's the mod versus original value. So the original values are more like your box values.
Yep.
The mod goes to like the Brian May custom box with treble booster. It's a very subtle thing.
Okay.
But you'll notice like a little bit of that low end kind of tightens up a little bit, and the mid peak shifts down a little bit.
Okay. So. Sounds ridiculously good. Oh my god. Oh,
I'm having a tough time on the camera and not like bang along to it. Like.
And it's loud, but it's not like.
I'm really not even really hurting my ears.
No.
No. Okay, so a couple of things that I like. First of all, you're getting a little bit of that low end like thump.
Yeah.
Big old Marshalls do, like with the big transformers. There's that, I call it a thud, but that kick from the cabinet. You're getting it out of a 13 watt 112 like. That's sick. It compresses really nicely, but the other thing I like about it is like volume's on 10, bass is on 10, treble's on 9,
Yeah.
and it's still not muddy, not too much low end, not too much high end, and on these, like a 7th chord, for example, the whole chord is holding together, like all the intervals are still there, nothing's like, none of the harmonics, especially like the low mids, aren't like stepping on each other and getting weird or like a. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, not a lot of amps do that well. And then it cleans up, like if you're doing more of a. Do you have what is it called? Do you have a name for it?
Yes.
What is it?
Apollo.
Hell yeah. That's great.
Told you, Brad.
Yeah, this thing's ridiculous. Yeah, what's the story behind all this?
So the reason why I was giving the Trainwreck away at the time was because it was an extremely low point in my life. I suffer from a chronic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It affects the collagen, so I get arthritis, pains, aches, dislocations, subluxations, and it was getting to the point to where I couldn't play guitar anymore. I couldn't do a lot of things. I was a part-time wheelchair user, and it was really hard, and I had just kind of given up on things. So I basically, when I emailed them, it was kind of like, come get this thing, I don't want it anymore. But seeing you play through it and hearing, all the comments and befriending, this group of people that I now call my friends really helped pull me out of that hole.
Yeah.
And you were part of it.
Oh man.
So that's kind of my thank you.
Dude, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that really means a lot.
He's one of the smartest people I know, and if it wasn't any worse, he's also one of the genuinely nicest people we know. So like, the friends we
made along the way.
Yeah, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Yeah.
The real train wreck is the friends we made along the way. So speaking of, this is it, right? So
Yes.
this
That's
is
the
it.
one.
What
This thing, like, we let a friend of ours borrow this a long time ago, and we've been talking about it for years. Like, we need to go out to Matt's farm and just turn it to a 10 and just like see what it sounds like. But
Yeah.
he like ran it no mic and just cleared out the room and outdoor menu.
So this is a Trainwreck Express clone that's modeled after Francesca, which Ken Fisher named all of his amplifiers. It has the newer iron that he ended up using from Pacifica. I'm actually building another one of these with one of the original A380-01 transformers. I found one, it was $500. This has the correct Mallory capacitors in it, the correct vintage of those, the correct resistor types, correct resistor values. The wiring is all laid out like he did. It's running some vintage glass in it, some new glass, Mollard EL34s in it, but it's a single channel amplifier. The circuitry is so simple, it's more like a Princeton. Not a Princeton reverb, just a straight Princeton. But there's some DNA from Marshall and Vox in here. But there's no master volume. It's as simple as you can get it, but you've got to get these things loud in order for them to sound right.
Do we have any earplugs in here?
Yeah, we do. We got earplugs. I was just like, where's the earplugs? Got ear, bro.
You have to get out of here.
I know,
It's
she
too
was
loud.
Too loud.
Too loud for
She was
puppies.
like dying in the house.
She carry, yeah.
Thank you.
She's like, fuck you.
Oh my god. that's like one
Yeah.
on the knob.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
Come over here, sorry.
Is this gonna piss anybody off? If
No,
we
no,
could-
you're good.
What?
We got,
Huh?
I mentioned the no HOA thing.
Look at
We don't have an HOA, so we're
you. Look
fine.
like you're at a NASCAR race, like shooting into the.
Yeah, on a flight line.
It does clean up super well. Like now that's almost off on the guitar.
Yeah.
But it does clean up really nice. Like